So let me start my today's class. So good morning class 9th. Till now 22 of you have joined. So in today's class, first of all, I will start from the last question. So let me share my screen. Aditya Mishra, are you there? No, you have not joined till. Rachit Srivastav. Okay, Rachit. Rachit, I mod 2. But Rachit, the solution is very complex. Not very complex, but it is. We can reduce the code, even the complexity also, right? So I will tell you that
Yes,
program
sir.
also. Just
Okay, sir.
wait. So still 28 of you have joined. So I am going to share my screen. So please pay attention. I am going to discuss the last question. So the last question was the circular prime. Is it visible, everyone? My screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So everybody knows the circular prime number is a number in which, suppose the example I have given yesterday, 1193. So what we are supposed to do? First of all, we are supposed to count the number of digits. So in this number, the number of digits are 4. Please pay attention here. So that means every time we will extract the digit from the left side and we will place this digit on the extreme right, and every time after making the new number, after forming the new number, every time we are supposed to check the number has to be prime, and if it is prime, so the total number we are forming is 4 times, because the number is having 4 digits. Am I clear? So the first number is 1193, it has to be prime. Then second number we are forming, that is 1931, must be prime. Next time which number you will form? That would be 9311, must be prime. Then the last time, the fourth time, the number has to be 3119, and this has to be prime. So how many times the number has to be prime? 4 times, because the number is having 4. So if the number of times prime and the number of digits are same, then the actual number is the circular prime. Am I clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
So the same logic I am going to implement.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please pay attention. Till now 45 of you have joined, very few, 47, sorry. So now let me try this question. So first of all, we will ask from the user, enter any number. Bharat, please pay attention, right beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what we are doing, we are creating the dummy in CPY variable and storing in N also. Then we are asking from the user, enter a number, right? After that, we will count the number of digit. So we are using one more variable like K, no problem. So CPY, K is not equals to 0, then K plus plus, then C plus plus. Am I clear? So first of all, what is the case? First of all, we are counting the number of digit. After that, see what we are going to do. So after counting the number of digit, so number of digit we have counted is 4. After, Aditya Mishra is there? Aditya?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Beta, again let me tell you one thing. In the last solution which you have posted in the GCR also, the solution was
Yes, sir.
correct, even the logic was also correct, but in that you were extracting the digit from the extreme right and then you were placing on the extreme left. But the logic which I have told, that is totally opposite. In this,
Sir, you are taking from the left and putting it on
yes,
the right.
yes, but solution was correct, that's not a problem, but you should know this also, right beta?
Okay, sir.
Very good. So now what we are supposed to do, first of all we will find it 10 to the power number of digit, that is this. So for that
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Coming late, beta. Please
Morning,
join the
sir.
class on time.
Okay, sir.
So now, after that, we will start a loop from this to the number of times, that is C, and then I plus plus. Now, k equals to 0 again, that is already 0. Now we will check for prime. Which number you are going to check for prime? That is your CPY, or you can take n also. And here we are going to count the number of factors of n. So now first of all, see, in n we are having the actual number, that is your 1193. So from here we are counting the number of factors of n. So first of all we are checking the actual number for prime. And now if it is prime, if p equals to 2, then what we are supposed to do? Then we are supposed to count. So for counting we can use any one more variable we can use, like p we have used, k we have used. Okay, so I am using k here, and one more variable I am declaring. In that we will count how many times the number is prime. So here we are increasing. So after that, please pay attention. First of all, what you are going to do? First of all, we will extract the first digit. So for this, so 10 to the power number of digit minus 1, that is 1000. And now the remainder is coming 193. So in A we will store the quotient part, that is your P.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, beta.
Sir, in the if statement, shouldn't k be equal to 2?
Yeah, definitely must be by mistake, right? After
Yes,
that,
sir.
see. So what you are getting in A? In A you are getting this 1193. Please pay attention, everyone. So you are getting 1. After that we want the last 3 digit also. Am I clear, Bharat? So
Yes, sir.
for that what we are supposed to do? N mod P. Am I clear? Then we are going to make a new number, that is n was 1193. So this time what do you want to do? Who will tell? Yes, come on. A into what?
Math dot.
Yes, INT. Sarthak Pandey.
But wow. Then comma.
We can directly do this P. Am I clear? Plus B. See here what we are doing. So the value of A is 1. So 1 into 1000 plus the remainder part, that is 193. So what you will get? 1193. So this is the second number which we are forming. Okay, that is sorry, something is wrong.
So we need to multiply it by 10 and then add the extracted digit.
Pardon? We are
So
done.
actually we have to multiply the number that you have initially taken, that is A, into 10.
A into
So that one space is left and so B can occupy that space.
just a minute. I have missed something. Just a minute, bachcho. So first of all, we are checking this 1193 for prime. After that, we are extracting 1 and 193 as remainder is coming, right? Then 1 into 1000, so actual number we are getting. Next time, okay, just wait. Okay. Now, so this has to be outside of the loop body, the condition. Now, let me execute this program, then only it will be better for you. The working I have already shown you. After that, one more condition is required after this outer loop. If t equals to p, that is your circular prime, else there are some errors. Okay, what I have missed, who will tell? Arisha, tell me which line I have missed. Import.
Sir, this import.
I have not added the package, right? K I have repeated. Now see, nothing is coming. I have missed something. So I hope this working is clear, because this is working. One more number is there. Just let me check on that also. 113. Yeah, it is working. Now who is having the problem? Because this is happening correctly, working. And the logic which I have told, let me repeat here. Any confusion in this?
No, sir.
Bharat,
No, sir.
you can cross check this, right? In case if you are having still doubt, we can discuss again. But this is working. From here,
So please explain it again.
yes. So see, the number which we have entered, first of all we are checking for prime, and if it is prime we are simply counting. First time the number was 1193, and now we are extracting the first digit in this part, and from here we are getting the last 3 digit in this case, and then the first digit multiplied by the power, that is 10 to the power number of digit minus 1, that is 3. So that is coming 1193, sorry, 1000 from here, plus the actual number. So next time if you will find out, you will get 1 again. What is the value of P? That is, I have calculated here. Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Any confusion, Arisha?
No, sir.
Pakka?
Yes, sir. No problem.
Aditya Mishra?
No, sir.
Beta, in case if anybody having doubt, you can ask now, or you can watch the recording later also, and later also we can discuss this again. Okay? Don't think ki only once we will discuss. In case if there is a confusion, we will discuss. Right? Dhriti Tripathi, any confusion, beta? Okay, so let me discuss the next program. So the next question was, do you remember the next question?
Yes, sir. All 4 digits.
All 4 digit palindromic, right?
Palindrome.
Okay, so let me discuss that. So all 4 digit palindromic must be starting from where?
1000.
1000.
Yes. So the loop has to start from
1000.
yes. So the variables, let it be there, start from 1000 till this. So this is the maximum and the minimum limit I have used. So starting from the minimum, every time we want the reverse, and now k equals to I, k is not equals to 0, k divided by 10. Sarthak Pandey,
Yes, sir.
I am using your logic because your is also correct, in which you have used the inner loop for 4 times. So the reason behind that, why it is correct, because we are working on the 4 digit number. So in the 4 digit number, the extraction must be repeat. How many times? The 4 times. So instead of this k equals to 1, k is less than equals to 4. You can use the as usual loop which we were using. K is not equals to 0. And after extracting, then you can do the working of reverse, then upon 10. That is also correct. But this is also correct. Am I clear?
Okay, sir.
But we need a copy. We need a copy of that. That is CPY equals to N. So we will work on this. Everybody please see here. Any confusion here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
But see, here we are working directly on the 4 digit. Is it correct? Is it correct? There is something problem.
Sir, 1001 should also be a palindrome.
Yes, that is why. Just wait. What is the wrong? What is the problem?
2002 and 3003 will also be there.
Yeah,
That's not.
must be there. Just a minute. So why it is not working? Okay, just a minute. Let me check this. Okay, who can tell me the problem? I got it. Will you tell me the problem?
So we need to divide the number by 10
Yes,
also.
absolutely correct. See, we were extracting but we were not reducing it. That is why this was not working. But now this will work. Now see, am I clear? Am I clear, beta?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone is comfortable. So the loop you can use this also, but this line, the extraction and the update expression, that means we need to remove the digit from the right side every time, means 4 times we need to repeat these 2 lines. That is very, very important. This is for extraction and this is for removal of the digit from the right. Am I clear, everybody? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I hope this logic is correct, and instead of this k equals to 1, k is less than equals to 4 and k plus plus, you can use that simple loop also which you were using earlier. Am I clear? Like this.
Yes, sir.
Let me show you. So this will also work and you will get the same output. Don't think it that is different and this is different. Both are the same thing. And we are working on the 4-digit number directly. That is why we were using the last loop from 1 to 4. Am I clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let me discuss the last question. So the last one was the pattern. Okay, so do you remember the pattern, beta? Starting from 0 or starting
sir.
from 1?
So 1. So 1.
No, it was starting from 0, I think. Like this.
Sir, I'll check.
1 0.
Yes. That doesn't matter. You can start from 1 also. Am I clear? So now, for this case, first of all, we will ask from the user, enter rows, and we are storing in ob.n. After that, start a loop from 1 less than equals to this, and now so the j has to be start from I. So if it is starting from I, it has to end on 1 because the first value of I is 1. So first of all, the printing is happening only once. And now Sarthak, please pay attention here. See here, in the logic behind that which we are going to implement here is, see, 1 to 1 means in the first time the printing is happening only once. Second time the printing is happening starting from 1 to 1, then it is 2 and 1, 2 times. This is your 2 and this is 1 and this is 1 only. Next time 3, 2, 1. So there is a combination of even odd. So this is 4, 3, 2, 1. So the printing is happening here 2 times. Here it is happening 3 times and here it is happening 4 times. So now see, whenever you are printing even number means even time like 1, from here it is 2 and you are printing 1. So in that case we are supposed to print even, that is your 1, and in case of odd places we are printing 0. So for that the condition has to be here. This is a simple working, and now we are putting the working on this, j mod 2 equals to 0. So if this condition is true, then what we will print? If equals to 0, that means 1 to 1 we are supposed to print 1, but now this is false, so the else will execute. in that case what you are supposed to print? That is 0. After that just change the line. Now let me show you the output. Now see, so here the number of input was, the number of rows was 4, and here I have entered 9 rows. So starting from 1, that is 1 means 1 is a odd. So in this case this part won't execute directly, this will execute, so you are getting 0 and we want 0 only. Next time again this will start from 2 and 1. So the value of j is coming 2 and 1. So on 2, when the value of j is 2, so that means even. In that case we are printing this 1, and after that you are printing 0. Then again it is starting from 3. So j's value is starting from 3, that is 3, 2, 1. So every time we are checking the condition this even odd. Am I clear everybody? Bharat? Bharat?
Yes, sir.
Riddhi beta? Any confusion?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Anybody else?
No, sir.
Pakka beta? Sure? Okay. So now let's move to the next question, bachcho. In the next question, Riddhi, please pay attention. So the question was, we want the series I have given here 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13 and terms, right? And now from this given Fibonacci series we were supposed to print all Fibonacci prime terms. So before Riddhi, please pay attention. For this question, the number of terms you have asked from the user, that is your n. After that we need to start a loop starting from 1 to this simply. And now c equals to a plus b. So what should be the value of a and b? Please see here. First of all, for generating the Fibonacci series, the simple logic we are going to apply. So 0, 1. So 0, 1, sorry. For generating 0, 1, 1, it has to be minus 1 plus 1. So minus 1 plus 1 is 0. Then we will swap, interchange, we will shift the value of b into a and value of c into b. So it will be 0. So 1 plus 0, 1. Then the same thing, 0, 1. Again this will come 1. Then this. Am I clear this?
Yes, sir.
So this program
Yes,
is
sir.
going to print all the Fibonacci prime terms, right? So for that, the value of a we will put minus 1 and value of b must be this 0. So now we need to check whether c is a prime or not. So for that again we will generate a loop that has to start from 1 till c, then j plus plus. We will count the factors as usual. Everybody knows this. So if the condition is true, then we are counting this, right? If k equals to 2, so what you are supposed to print with the Fibonacci terms, that is c.
Yes, sir.
After that, a equals to b and b equals to c has to be there. The program is over.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, beta.
Sir, in the declaration, b's value should be 1 because minus 1 plus 1 is equal
Yes,
to 0,
yes,
not
yes.
minus 1 plus 0.
Sorry. See, actually, today I have forgot my specs, so there is some problem I am facing. Okay, sorry
Yes,
for
sir.
that, beta. So now let me execute this. So number of terms I am putting here 15, like 2, 4, 6. Okay. So now see, all the Fibonacci prime terms are coming from these Fibonacci terms. Am I clear, Riddhi?
Yes, sir.
See,
Thank you.
the terms which we are getting as a output all must be prime, as well as these are the Fibonacci terms also. Okay, everybody?
Yes, sir.
So the question is clear or not, bachcho? Okay, so one more program which I am going to give you. I hope the recording is working. Yes, I have recording. I am recording actually everything. So you can watch the recording later also. So now get ready for the next question, everyone. So I am going to stop presenting myself, the screen. Okay. So now write down the question, everyone. Web 2. Who has done this? Shreya Rastogi, you are correct. Your solution was correct, but k equals to 0 must be outside inside the outer loop, beta. Okay? Because every time we are counting the factors of c, so k has to be there. K equals to 0. Okay, Shreya?
Okay, sir.
Now just write down the question. Web to print, web to check, sorry, not print, web to check whether the number is twisted prime or not. Twisted. What do you mean by twisted prime? So the number and its reverse both must be prime. If it is, then it is twisted prime, otherwise not. Am I clear? Let me show you. See here, suppose 13. I have entered 13. So 13 is a twisted prime. Why? Because 13 is a prime and its reverse is also a prime number. So both the actual and the reverse both are prime. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
That is why it is known as twisted prime. Please note down and try this question. The number and its reverse, if both are prime, then it is known as twisted prime. हरिया बच्चों, no beta, number can be of any digit. Gaurav Srivastav, Gaurav, your mic is working or not? Please speak up. Because the solution which you have posted yesterday in the GCR, that was absolutely correct. Whatever logic I was expecting, you have extracted like that only. Well done, beta. Okay, no problem, beta. Take care. But I appreciate it because the logic was absolutely fine. You were extracting from the extreme left and you were placing on the extreme right. Well done. Everybody please try fast. After posting, please let me know. Okay, everyone. This will be your homework because the time is already over, beta. Okay. So with this, I am ending today's class. You can send me mail.
sir.
You just send the mail. Okay. This is your homework. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, beta.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, बच्चे.
Thank you, sir.